what I'm telling you about right there. So Brian Crow, who likes to send us freaking emails by saying that, oh, at the end of the day, he removes videos. First, let me announce who I am. My name is Kenneth Burr. My company is ILEG Technology Screens, which is about to change soon. And now he's like a Karen. He's a full blown male Karen. At the end of the day, that he'll make these accusations and then do things to try to trigger off something and then run behind and go, oh, this is what happened. This was really what happened. That's the type of person he is. Like I told you with the Karen place when he was over there, and he was going in and harassing this poor woman and threatening this poor woman. And then when she couldn't take it anymore, and this wasn't just him, there were a couple other individuals that were involved in that. We know about you, trust me. You'll see in court. But anyway, he was threatening this person, harassing this person. And then when this person couldn't take it anymore and she let us go, because I can understand she was going through a lot. Then he goes up on his YouTube channel and goes, oh, he was removed from the carrying place because he was caught scamming. First things first, we have screens that are pulling through glass. We got screens that are showing up all over the environment. We got a bunch of people in the building that are seeing these screens. So how in the world is it possible that the screen's coming up dark and unwatchable? This is stuff we're going to testify in court about the stuff he was doing. We got videos and stuff like that, people who have seen the screens on display in the environment. If the screens didn't work, hold on a minute. My chair, table on my chair. So, man, let me disconnect this. How the frick did you get like this? This is how backwards this guy is. If we're showing demonstrations of the screen operating outside, we're showing demonstrations of the screen clearly operating inside. How in the world could that product be a scam if it's working right there in front of all those people? So he was mad because he went on YouTube, which again, you got to go to court for, and spread all these false rumors about our products. And then because we're in the carrying place and you're seeing our product actually working there, this is making him look extremely bad. So what does he do? He contacts this woman and threatens her life. We got the emails and everything. These people are coming down to testify against him. We get him in court. Told you. Monday morning, we get it started. So, and then he goes on his YouTube channel and goes, oh, he was removed from the building because he's a scammer. How in the world would our stuff function in a building if we were scammers? I cannot wait to get this judge. This judge, I heard, is a no-nonsense judge. And the one we're probably going to get for the criminal case, it's probably another one, which would line up perfectly. Fernando, I can't wait for you to go to jail. I really can't. I can't wait to sue you and go to jail. I can't wait. I cannot wait for this. Because the stuff you do sneaky stuff. And then you come like, oh, he did this, and oh, we did that. You are a rat. That's what you are. You know what happens to rats in prison? Again, you got a lot coming to you. You got a lot coming to you, man. But I can't wait. The day's coming. It's coming quick. But anyway, so I told you, the reason why videos we have to remove, because Fernando will go in and his little goons, and they'll hit YouTube up. This is why we're suing YouTube. They'll hit YouTube up and they'll say, hey, he's got something on the account that's this and that and blah, 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 and he's doing this. And YouTube will go in and remove our videos. There was nothing in that video showed any type of copyright. I recorded and documented the video just for that occasion. We got a bunch of videos just like that. There's nothing wrong with them. No music playing in the background, not a thing. YouTube is removing our videos and letting their videos stay. And their videos are the ones that we're taking to court and using against them to sue them. Good luck with the lawsuit, YouTube, because it's going to be big. Like I said, I got some big dogs coming in. We can show at the end of the day that you neglected very serious videos that were enough to be used in federal court against these individuals that you neglected to remove off your account when we made multiple complaints. You got a massive lawsuit coming your way. Anyway, as you can see the copyright symbol right there, there you go. And that's a video I made about suing him. So any videos that come up about suing him, Mr. Williams, Rogers, whatever, they get those videos removed on our account because they're saying that you can't say my name. Yes, we can. You took pictures of me and posted them all over your YouTube channel. You have tons of videos on YouTube about me scamming people, ripping off people, and we're taking you to court. Now, you know what's going to happen when we take you to court and you're found guilty on those videos? That means now YouTube is liable. They become liable in that situation. You don't even want to know the number my attorneys are going to hit YouTube with. Just put it this way. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of money. But anyway, but I wanted to show you that. That's the stuff that happens on my account that we just delete and move on and go about our business. It's the first time I showed you this. This goes on a lot. Crying Crow will go in and go, oh my goodness, she slandered my name. Jamie, you slandered your name already. You slandered your name so badly that we got a file here, a stack of papers here that are enough to convict you on every level you could possibly think of. We got everything in this folder, everything. My buddy came in and looked through this. He said, my God, this guy's never getting out. You're never getting out. You're going to spend the rest of your life in the prison system. You are never getting out. There's no possibility. Well, you ain't going to get bail anyway. You can get out. You're automatically, because you don't have paperwork, you're automatically going to get a bench warrant. That's automatically going to happen. Automatically going to happen. There's no way around that. He's definitely getting a bench warrant. So you got a bit of a problem coming up. So with that being said, this is the sneaky stuff that he does. And he'll go in and do little dirty stuff and then come back and say, oh, this is what happened, and that's what happened, and this is what happens. All right, buddy. I'll see your fat behind in court. Well, sorry, you can't come up. You don't have paperwork. So guess you're just going to stay home in that whole ordeal. How's that going to work when you can't even get an attorney? You got to get an attorney, first of all, a criminal defense attorney, because when the document gets there, it gives you 30 days to get an attorney, to get yourself together, to get in court, and there's certain documents on it you have to fill out in order to comply to the lawsuit. You can't do that due to the fact, I freaking love this pen. You can't do that, I feel like a lawyer when I'm actually moving this thing around here. You can't do that unless you have identification. You need a state ID in order to apply for an attorney. That's why we didn't hear anything back on any emails about his so-called lawyer. He does this stuff. He's known for going on the channel and claiming he has an attorney. You can't get an attorney without proper paperwork, which means the entire time when you're on YouTube talking about attorneys, and we got the video of the guy in the backyard talking as if he's an attorney, you know what this is going to happen to him at the end of the day. You got a lot of trouble for that joker. But anyway, you say this a lot. You don't have any lawyers. You cannot get any lawyers due to the fact that you do not have documentation. And you can't sit there and say, hey, he's saying that. No, buddy. You sent us an email. In the email, you clearly stated you do not have any type of papers. You stated you're not existing in the U.S. You look that up. What does that abbreviation stand for? It stands for undocumented. What did I say if you sent, this is Trojan, at the end of the day, you know he knows we mean business. Second email that came up. You talked all this trash about getting an attorney. You cannot get an attorney. You do not have paperwork to acquire the attorney. Do you understand that? You sent me a text message telling me, I got to print that one out too. You sent me a text message saying to me that I am a citizen, or posing as an attorney, saying as a second person that you have citizenship. When you just said in one email, you don't have citizenship, which means you just committed citizen fraud, which is a real thing. You can be charged for that. We can literally get you in that. They'll put you on that stand, Fernando, and they will drill holes into you. Oh, yeah, they definitely will. They're going to put you on a, he's going to be prosecuted. Definitely going to be there's a prosecutor coming into this. So you're going to be prosecuted in court. Hope you watch a lot of court TV, because that's what's about to happen to you. But that's the dirty stuff he does. And it comes on and goes, oh, he keeps deleting his videos when you do stuff like that. That's what happens to the videos. We have to delete those. The minute that copyright symbol pops up, they got to go. We don't keep them. We don't fight it, because we know at the end of the day, if we try to fight it, which we did multiple times, YouTube does not have favoritism with us. Yes, YouTube has favoritism with trolls. And if you want to sit there and say, oh, no, we literally have proof that you have favoritism with trolls. How in the world their videos and their channels can stay there? Doxing our addresses, which is supposed to be against your policy, by the way. Doxing our address, threats, that picture he posted of me that was on YouTube, all that stuff we have here on YouTube. So how is it possible that you allow them to have that stuff on there when we clearly sent you detailed information on these individuals and you let it stay? And this is enough to go to court. So when I go before a judge, the first thing the judge is going to say, this happened on YouTube? I said, yes, it did. Did you contact YouTube? Yes, we did. Did YouTube remove the videos? No, they didn't. They just removed ours. Lawsuit. It's way past that $10 million mark. It is up there. When a lawyer told me what we can receive for that, from the neglect that they did, they allowed that stuff to actually burn on because they didn't do anything about it. There was no penalties for them. And that's why they felt they could do whatever they want. But they can go to my account where I basically post videos of this guy doing this nonsense, doing these deeds. It's like YouTube's working from to hide the stuff that they're doing at the end of the day. So not only YouTube, I'm not taking any payoff under the table or none of that stuff. I'm going to drag you through the mud. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm African American too, so that's pretty bad for you at the end of the day. Because there's a number of ways that's going to go in different directions. You know what I'm talking about. That is definitely going to pop up. I've heard things about that one at the end of the day, so that is not going to go well for you. But all taking that out of court and hush hush, oh heck no. I'm going to drag you right through the mud. I want this to go everywhere. Everybody know everything. And yeah, when we get done, I'll post this on whatever I got to do at the neighborhood. You know how it's going to work. Anyway, getting back to Fernando. Fernando, you can sit there and try to block as many videos as you can. You are going to jail. Do you understand me? You are never, ever going to get out. You're going to know what it's like to be through the process system. If you don't show up for the lawsuit, this is a strike against you. This is $12,000 coming out of your pocket. Talking about your name, you don't even know the first thing about putting something in someone else's name to begin with. If you knew anything about basic lawsuits and rules 101, you would understand that basically when you put something under someone's name, it means property. Major items like cars, properties, has nothing to do with personal belongings. By the way, we just found out that yesterday we can take the wedding ring, and we will. We're taking the wedding ring. We're taking everything. Those kids are what, 18, 19 years old? They're pre-adults, right? We're taking everything. I'm going to clean that apartment out when I get done. Because you got other lawsuits coming besides the $12,000. Once we get you down here in the holding system, and you can't go anywhere, you're stuck there, I'm going to begin the process of an $80,000 lawsuit, $150,000 lawsuit. It's going to climb on all the crimes that we have here that you committed. I can break it down separately and hit you with each one of them. You have other individuals that are going to be hitting you with lawsuits. You got fines and penalties you're going to be paying if you basically don't pass these criminal charges. You can be hit with $250,000 fines, $1,000 fines, whatever, but it's going to be bad for you. You can't get over here for the criminal charges. We know that from the door because you stated you don't have paperwork. So since you don't have that, what's going to happen is, I told you from the door, your Baldwin Police Department is going to come to your front door. That gate at the end of the day doesn't mean jack to them. They'll take that thing off the hinges to get to you. They're going to knock on that door. They're going to give you an opportunity to open it up. If don't, they're going to come in there and get you. You are going to be face down on that dirty carpet. I'm going to take you out of that apartment, stick you into a truck, reading your random rights, and you're going to be processed in their police department, where they're going to basically contact and notify the police on this section that you're in custody and you can be picked up. And soon, you're going to be over there in that jail. Mind you, while you're there, well, you got business you have to take care of. You already know from the door what I'm talking about. Some people you mentioned in the YouTube channel, right? All right then. You already got waves already coming your way. They already know from the door where you're coming at, where you're going. So that's your problem. That's the bridge that you made, actually the bridge that you shouldn't have crossed to begin with when you mentioned certain names in the YouTube channel that you should have never, ever brought up. I don't even bring those names up and their family. He's scared. He's very scared. So he ain't got no choice. He's going to come here. There's no way for him to get out of the situation. Usually with Jamie, every time we give him challenges and stuff like that, he tries to calculate some way to try to get out of a situation. This type of situation he cannot get out of. This involves law enforcement officers, judges, the justice system. There's no way to get out of these things. What are you going to do? Run? Where are you going to run to? You don't have any identification. You run the risk of getting pinched by an ICE unit or a checkpoint unit. That's even worse. Because at least in there and here, you got due process coming. Over there, you don't have due process. You'll disappear. You'll never ever hear from you ever again. So, what are you going to do? There you go. That's why he has nothing, no way out at all, period. That's why he sat there in the email. He said, good luck sending a server to my door. I don't exist. My buddy looked at like, didn't you send somebody to his door? I was like, yeah, we did. Paperwork's right there for the judge. We sent someone to his door for copyright, touching copyrights. It was like, what the frick is he talking about here? I said, I have no idea. This guy's brain just comes and goes and just reappears and disappears. That dumb nonsense. So, I noticed when your first email, you're bragging about how you can't be found. You can't find me. No one can find me. I don't have any paperwork. Illegal aliens don't have paperwork. Da 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 da. That's what you said, right? So that's what you said, right? All right. That means you just stated what we just said from day one, that you don't have paperwork. So if you go on YouTube and rant that I called ICE on you, we called ICE on you because we had to figure out whether or not you had paperwork or not. They're the only people who could figure it out. No one else could do it. You can't go to police for that. Can't go to FBI for that. To a certain degree, FBI won't even touch it. You have to go to immigration. They're the only ones that can do a background check to see if he has paperwork or not. And the reason why that was being done was because we had to take you to court, like I'm doing right now. Because I have to pay fees on this, Fernando. It costs money to file court fees on someone. It cost me $225 to go and file these court fees on you. It cost me an additional $190 for the criminal charges. See how that money adds up, which I'm going to get back either way. So this costs me money. So, and I have to figure out whether or not if I do this, ICE ain't going to come in and sweep you away. And I'm going like, oh, shoot, I'm out money I can't get back. This is money I don't get back, period. So I'm not trying to lose money on this. I need to figure out whether or not you're documented or not. That's what that was about. It wasn't whether or not you didn't have, you're Mexican. It was the fact that to find out whether or not you were documented. On top of that, you're a criminal, Fernando. You have broken multiple laws. And you feel at the end of the day that you should not be prosecuted for these laws. Did you mention any time in those emails about you said about the copyright, you said our copyrights weren't real. Oh, that's going to be a doozy for you right there. This is why I think somewhere along the line, you had some weird short-term memory loss. You literally went into Copyright Claims Board. We had the video trying to find an LLC. First of all, what would an LLC be doing in Copyright Claims Board? That's two different entities. This is why I know you're not smart. You got to know to call people dumb, and you can't even know the abbreviation to US. You literally put down capital US. But anyway, you're in there looking around, and you see my copyrights, right? All right then, if my copyrights are sitting there in a government official building that states where they put copyrights at, and you see my copyright in there, what does that tell you? Give them a minute. It takes a while for that brain to process. It's like starting up an old car that's been in the garage for a century. That means that the copyrights are legit. You could take that to any attorney. You get a free counsel. You don't got to show ID, free counsel. Go in there and say, hey, are these real? They're looking like, yeah, they are real. They're real copyrights. They're real copyrights. So the fact that the CCB processor came to your front door to serve you for court means there's enough evidence, and that means the copyrights are real. One of the first things you have to go through in CCB is you have to be able to show a document that the copyrights are real before they begin any investigation on the case. You have no idea how the American justice system works, do you? Of course you don't. Of course you don't. And it's funny. I know people who have been over here a short time than you, and they know more about the justice system than you do, Fernando. You know why you don't know about it? Because you live in a make-believe world at the end of the day. You don't know facts and fiction. You don't know the difference between reality and fiction. You don't know the difference between the two. You're one of those people that basically just said, well, this is the way it's going to be because this is the way it's going to be because I believe it. You're one of those people. So you have no connection with reality. But I can tell you one thing which brings you back to reality: a courtroom, a judge, and jail time, and lawsuits. Can't get around those. So, Fernando, some people will be showing up to your door. First one, process server. You're going to get a letter from the court. Certified letter will come from the court telling you you're being sued. That's the first one to come to you. If you decide to ignore this because you know we have a problem, you have a problem with not signing things. So if you have a problem where you're not going to sign this, I got somebody who personally is going to come to your property and serve you. But before they serve you, I want them to beat on that door a few times. I want everybody in that apartment to know that you have a process server at your door. Yeah. And they're going to know. They're going to contact your landlord. And it's important that your landlord is contacted because the process server is going to give strict information to give out my information to the landlord, to him to reach out to me so we can have a nice little talk about your activities. Now, do I believe the landlord knew about this stuff? Yeah, I clearly believe he knew about it. Why would you go in and blur a building at the end of the day? First of all, there's no name of the building there. The address is iffy on so many different levels. And then on top of that, he blurred the building. Only one that has authorization to blur a building is the landlord, the owner. But lucky for me, at the end of the day, that when the process server hit your door, we took pictures. So we already know what the property looks like. No way around that. You know, when you have a property, especially an apartment complex, you're supposed to have a little marker that pops up and it points to the apartment complex that tells what the building is. That building doesn't have one. So why would he hide an entire building? There's a reason why. And why you're there too also. So it's a lot of explaining to do to our attorneys. This is going to cost them some money. All right. So bottom line is, Fernando, I got some things I got to set up. I got demonstrations I have to do. I got places I have to go to. And I got to go pick up some stuff in the day so I can begin the process of getting you taken care of. So we can print out. We got 60 more forms that we have to get on you. This is Fernando's file already. That's your file for a judge. Literally, that much stuff we have on you. It's unbelievable. My buddy came and he's like, wow, this is more than enough. Like, you don't need any more. I said, oh, no, we want all of it. We want all of it. We want the judge to see all the stuff you've been doing. And that's it, Fernando. You're done. You're finished. You're finished. You're done. We got the, before we even, and the thing about the email you sent those emails before we were going to file against you. And in those emails, you are literally bragging about how you're undocumented and you can't be found. Bragging about it. We're going to make sure we print out everything on the trademark where you were actually ripping off companies, because when we go for the criminal, I want to show them that you attacked our company, you were touching our copyrights, you have a history of taking people's stuff. We're going to be bringing up the Frankenstein mix. This is where you use the word Frankenstein multiple times. We even got all the way back to your eBay account. We had the picture of Frankenstein on the containers. I got that too. Got all of that. I told you, we've been documenting you for a very long time. We're going to show all that. Once we get that taken care of with the copyrights, and then that's going to be a long trial because it's going to involve two cases of copyright infringement. One's going to be in federal, actually both going to be in federal court for that one, because we're not going to CCB for that. We're going to begin the process of challenging your company. Your company was a scam. You ripped off a lot of people. So basically, mind you, Fernando, everything that happens is court documented, which means it's for public. We can make sure we post it so everybody reads what goes on in that courtroom. Your mugshots will be posted. Police cam, if you're being arrested, will be posted. All that, because we have access to all that. So, we're going to put it here? No. We put it here. YouTube will try to remove it. We're going to basically put it on our own personal website, which my buddy, again, is going to make sure he's a networking king, and that's what he is. He is basically going to make sure it goes global. You're about to get some fame. Anyone on that thing gets fame. It's worse than the blacklist. You're literally going to be everywhere. Your family and friends will be to read about this. It's going to be everywhere. And on top of that, we're going to have you in commercials too. And people are so jealous of our products, they're willing to go to jail for it. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to make money off you. I'm going to make money off you when I sue you. I'm going to make money and advertise on how people are so threatened by our products. We can back our products up even in a court of law. I'm going to make money off you guys. Yes, sir. See these mug shots? These are the individuals who tried to take down my company at the end of the day. They were so jealous of my products, they went to jail for it. Yeah, you can do about it. You can do nothing about it. But anyway, so that's what you have coming to you. You're going to jail. You're going to the prison system. And that's interesting that you spent all that time in California. Now you're going to be down in Pennsylvania, in this neck of the woods with us. With my people, with us. You're going to be down here with us. You don't know nobody down here. And that scares the daylights out of you. So what are you going to do? You're going to run? There's no place for you to go, Fernando. You just stated right there you don't have any paperwork. And you said you're non-existing. Non-existing means at the end of the day, there is nothing on you. There is nothing. There's no birth certificate, no social security card. You say you don't have any of that, right? It means you don't have no residency. There's no place to locate you anywhere. There is a place to locate you. You're in an apartment right now. Your apartment's on public domain right now. Everybody knows where you're at. Every government official knows where you're at. So that means you're not invisible. If the process server was able to serve you and take pictures of the front of your door and everything to show he was there, then that means you could be found. Your family members, we got the complete white pages on your family. When you posted the LLC, a little serial number that popped up, yeah, at one point, white pages popped up. It showed everybody. That's why we found about 317 Kern Street as a family member. So we have that copy of that. So you know what they're going to do? They're going to search when you disappear. If you try to disappear, they're going to go through your family members' homes. And if they find out that you basically are undocumented, you know what's going to go through those homes at the end of the day. They're going to bring an ICE unit through. Each and every one of those homes is going to bring an ICE unit through it. That's the nightmare you caused on your family. Could have came here like everybody else, been quiet, shut your mouth. That's it. You don't see some people don't want to be found. They don't get YouTube channels. And nothing on social media, not a thing. You wouldn't even know they even existed. The only time they get social media, unless they go and get their paperwork. Then they locked in, they good. They got a little breathing room at the end of the day. I can understand that 100%. Not you. Not you. How long you been here? You've been here for how long and you never got your paperwork done? So let me just get this straight. If you have been here since Ronald Reagan, that is pretty bad. You could have easily gotten that done. So, there's no place for you to go. You can't go to a bus station. ID is required. You can't go to an airport. ID is required. You can't go to a train station. ID is required. You can't go on a bus. ID is required. You get in the car and you take off. What are you going to do? You can't pack all that stuff up in the back of a car. And get your family and everything and just drive off somewhere. You do it. I have a bounty hunter track you. There's no place for you to go. If you even think about it. Think about it. You know who you cursed out, right? You cursed out a United States Marine. That's what you got nasty with. This is why I tell you at the end of the day, things go full circle. That's the one thing you'll learn, Fernando, about life. Things always travel full circle. You got nasty with the United States Marine. And at that, it's a bounty hunter. And you go talked all this trash to him about how you're going to do this to him and this and that, whatever, so and so and so. If you don't show up for court and a bench warrant goes out on you and they go to your address and you're not there, that means not only is that bounty hunters going to be hunting for you, but any other bounty hunter that's looking to get a meal ticket is going to be looking for you. Your picture will be posted everywhere. And they'll put some money up on you. The war to go up on you. How many people you think will snitch on you? A lot of people will snitch on you. A lot of people don't like you, Jamie. They don't. They don't like you at all. They're going to make an extra, whatever they put up, 5,000, 10,000, 7,000, they're going to make that money. For any tips and information on where your whereabouts are at. The truck you just got at the end of the day, well, you can't get that anymore. That's gone. That vehicle is gone. Number one, you bought it through stolen money. You did that whole counterfeiting ring in your apartment, right? I got videos of it all over Facebook showing you counterfeiting. On channel, talking about telling people where to go buy, go to the swap meet here, flea market here, where to go buy these stolen items. Customers holding stolen items. You have no license to sell in the state of California, nor do you have the building is zoned for it. That's where he's going to get hit with that nonsense. So, you're in a lot of trouble. So you can take this video down too. It's going to make a difference to me at the end of the day. At the end of the day, Fernando, we're coming to get you. And there's nothing you can do about it. So come Monday morning, I'm going to get the rest of my stuff. I need enough paperwork on you. Got more than enough, but I want more. And I'm going to walk this down to the courthouse. I'm going to go file against you. And then I'll show you the document and receipt showing that we just filed a lawsuit against you. You're being sued for the Apex, but there's a lot of stuff going to add into with it. We're going to add all this into it. Now, as for your friends at the end of the day, they're also screwed. Especially the ones involved in that post office inspector investigation. As you saw in the email, they said that there was enough evidence to prosecute. Which means now you have federal agents now investigating you. Mr. McAfee, mind you, investigators will be not here. They'll get a field office and their location for you. Each one will have a field location in their area to be able to come down and figure out where your whereabouts are. You live in a town of 800. You are not hard to find. I can literally find you if I tripped over a tin can and fell sideways. I can literally find you. 800 people? You kidding me? I can find somebody in a baseball stadium. You know how many people sit in a baseball stadium? I can easily find somebody there easily. An 800 population? They're going to easily catch you. You can't go anywhere either. You have your house, you have your family. You can't just up and leave. So all you can do is just wait. PC King. Yeah. Oh, we know exactly who you are at the end of the day. But I'm going to let them go through and figure out where you're at. And they will find you. Not a problem at all. Is that the other two right there? And Williams. Oh, my goodness. Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams, when I get done with the criminal, with Fernando, I'm going to go to court. I'm going to file a civil lawsuit for $250,000 on you to bring you here to Pennsylvania. That's one of the lawsuits. Second lawsuit is the private criminal complaint we're going to file against you for cyber stalking, harassment, the whole 9 yards. We want from the judge at least 20 to 30 years. We can show that basically we have post office inspectors that are involved in investigating you, and we can show by the letter we received from them that they found enough evidence to begin prosecution, evidence for an open case. That means they found you guilty. There was enough evidence to send it them to begin to start the investigation. You're never going to see the light of day ever again. And because of your actions and the things that you did, as in sending half-naked pictures, especially to an apartment complex that you knew there were small kids in there, well, you're hoping they would see your dirty pictures. What's wrong with you at the end of the day? I want to make sure that when we get in there that you're actually filed under a sex offender. Because I know what happens to people like that in the prison system. So, your building is going to go through a lot of embarrassment. You got federal agents involved in this. You got a man sitting there sending half-naked pictures of himself to kids, half-naked pictures of stuff over here that's carrying on and acting up, stalking people. I got dozens and dozens of videos of you inside of your apartment screaming and yelling and calling out our company as being scams and rip-off artists. That's not going to look good for your building. Thousands of emails that you contact an account that were all pinged back to the free Comcast or the Infinity service that the building offers you. Your IP address, all that traced back. Of you posing as a minister, claiming to us you're a minister, that's even worse. So let me get this straight. The building just brought somebody in and protected somebody who basically was sending half-naked pictures of himself through the United States Postal Service, not only to the building we have here, but to a building that had kids in it. That doesn't sound good at all, does it? Does that sound like a type of building that you basically want to put your family at the end of the day? You got a freaking pedophile right next to down to the hall that basically poses as a minister. Usually kind of pick that particular type of person at the end of the day because that's a person that people would trust more. And at that, you're not even a real minister. So now you have a person impersonating a minister and taking donations. I bet you half of the people they track down on those donations are elderly people because usually the ones that fall victim to those traps. So you ripped off a bunch of old people. That's what you did. Somebody's grandmother. You're not going to last long in there. You already know for touching, or not saying touching, you already know for sending out nasty pictures of yourself in buildings with their kids. And then ripping off, faking a minister and ripping off old people. You're not going to last a day in there. They ask for your paperwork, and that's in your paperwork that you did, you're not going to last a day in there. Well, that's your problem now, not mine. You're going to get rented out. So you can sit there and complain about, oh, no, gentlemen, this is actually going to happen to you. All this stuff is going to happen to you. I couldn't even tell you half of this stuff that's going to happen to you. I can't do it on YouTube. I can't say it. But it's going to happen, trust me. Yeah, you built this for yourself. And you can't get scared and run about it. You did all this. You got on camera. Look at the videos of getting on camera, talking all this trash and blah, 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 blah. And I look at the situation you're in. Williams is trying to basically parts of the building talking about, oh, he's going to throw me in jail. And somebody said I did this and somebody did that. Blah, 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 blah. You got your apartment number, your first name, last name, middle name, initials. You show up on every single one of these pieces of mail I got behind me. Every single one of them. Your fingerprints on the ones that they had that are sealed up. And then you posted your picture on a postcard. And this makes the building look awful. Even more, the fact that we actually contacted the building, 37 times with detailed emails on everything they could possibly think of, and they ignored it all. And that's when they came in and told you at the end of the day, stop using their address. And if you use the address one more time, they're going to get you out. They're going to kick you out of the building. You mean to tell me you allowed a tenant to send over 196 pieces of mail, disturbing mail, pose as a minister, run scams to rip off people, and you mean to tell me only restriction you gave him was don't use our address? You get sued for millions of dollars. And then right after you tell him that, what does he do? He goes over and uses other people's addresses to send half-naked pictures of himself. Do you have any idea the magnitude of freaking destruction this is going to cause in that building? They can lose their funding over this. A lot of things could go wrong with this. And yes, manager on the floor, they're getting fired. They're definitely losing their jobs. You're going to lose your job and get a lawsuit at the same time. Oh, that's going to suck. They're being sued for $250,000 to $500,000 for neglecting the claims that we put through. So, that ain't going to go well. You guys, at the end of the day, are going to pay for the $150,000. I now want the Q8 Audi Jeep I'm about to get. Limousine. You're paying for that. You trolls, at the end of the day, you're going to fund my business. You say not? Oh, yeah, we are. You jump online, you do something stupid, get a cyber investigator, trace your IP address right back to your freaking internet provider, and we'll get all your information. We'll have a stack of evidence, just like I have on Mr. Fernando. This is what's going to happen to you. And we'll use all the stuff that you did online against you in courtroom, and we'll take everything from you. It'll be just another paycheck. That's what you'll become. And then, when we're not done with you yet. We'll take you to criminal. If there's anything in there and we can get jail time, I don't care if it's a year, I don't care if it's 2, I don't care what, as long as you spend time inside. That's all that matters. Give you a little bit of experience about dumb stuff you don't do. And then I'm going to post all that to a website, so everybody can read about your dumb nonsense. And once you live in YouTube fame, you got it. Now, as Jamie said over and over again, all we do is rant, right? On our channel, we just talk about the same thing over and over again. That's what you said, right? All right, Fernando, see you in court. Fernando, if I hated your guts at the end of the day, you see that letter you sent me about not having paperwork? I can go to a field office, right into a field office, and hand them that information with your address. What do you think will happen? There you go. There you go. That's it. You just admit it. You don't have paperwork. My sister read through this, and she works at IRS. She read through this, and she was like, yeah, he ain't going nowhere. Nowhere at all. Ain't nowhere you to go. And if your family members find out about these videos at the end of the day, and they probably will, they don't want you to touch it. You're hot potatoes. Nobody wants you around them at all, period. You're hot potatoes. They're going to investigate that job, that printing place you was at, where you was working at over there. Because, again, they paid you under the table. So they're getting hit. Your landlord brought you into a building. Chances are he filed a fake lease. At the end of the day, he's going to be going to jail. And anybody who put anything, he said at the end of the day that good luck, because I got things in other people's names, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. Can't do that. That's against the law. You can't go and put something in someone else's name knowing that they're undocumented or don't have proper paperwork to be here. Can't do that. That's like marrying somebody to be in the United States. That's against the law. You can't do that. To get a marriage, get a certificate so you can stay here. That's against the law. Can't do that. It's better off just going down and getting your paperwork. But that's jacked up now because you can't do that now because of the orange man. Can't go down to an office and get your information. You can't go down to an office and get your citizenship. It used to be a time when you can just go into a building and basically apply for citizenship. You have to pass some kind of test, something you would have to go through. You have to know a certain amount of stuff about the history and stuff like that. And you get sworn in by a judge and you get your citizenship. It used to be like that. And then you got people coming to office. This is why I tell people at the end of the day, you know, some people and I'm just being truthful here. You got lazy. You got the hand, you got comfortable. And then you got a nut job that came in the office and the nightmare started. You should have had that locked in a long time ago. You could have easily gone down to get your citizenship easily. But now this nut job comes in and he cancels all those programs. He gets rid of all of them. He makes it so that it's virtually impossible for you to get your citizenship. He makes it so that even if you're going to renew anything, of course, they're in there waiting for you. I don't understand that part at all. I don't get that part. It's America. Wish they would have did that with the slaves. That'd have been great. Oh, no, you can't come in here. Oh, really? All right, cool. Go take us back home. That'd have been fantastic. You accepted the slaves. You accepted just about everything else. The Indians. You know how badly they treated the Chinese? They treated the Chinese awful. I mean, awful. Treated the Chinese awful. It's yeah. Now because the orange man comes in office at the end of the day, he just got all these crazy rules and regulations and this, that, and the other. Oh, man. Yep. Y'all had plenty of time. I'd have been had that locked in, man. You never know what politician is going to come in and have some kind of crazy rules at the end of the day. Any president's going to come in and have crazy rules. I'd have had that locked in. Locked in. Locked in. I'd have been talking just to get my citizenship. They wouldn't have basically deported you. They would try to help you get your paperwork. So you can base, that's how you become an American citizen. How else do you become an American citizen if you don't tell them that you're not an American citizen so you can get the paperwork and things that you need? I got plenty of friends got paperwork. That's the one that they got the citizenship. And I got friends of mine at the end of the day that I've been telling this for the longest time. Go with your citizenship. Go with your citizenship. Go with your citizenship. I'm working on it. I get around, making excuses. Now what? Now you got that freaking dictator just came into office. I'm going to tell you something. If you're still here, by the time they impeach him and get him out of office, and he's gone, and make sure they get ICE, they're going to defund ICE. That's definitely going to happen. They're definitely defund ICE. They're going to defund ICE, and they're going to bring in somebody else to replace them, but they're going to be under very high, strict rules and policies. They're going to make sure they got them locked in where they can't do jack. They got control over it. That's what they're going to do. Because right at the end of the day, he got them running loose. They're not going to give them that opportunity. They're going to fire, get rid of most of all of them. Anyone's got any reports going to be prosecuted. We'll see a lot of them going to jail, all this stuff going on. And yeah, they're going to clean all that mess up that he made, and they're going to bring in their own, and they're going to make sure they have under very strict rules and policies. There'll be no more masks, none of this, whatever. Identifications will be out here. I guarantee you, watch. And this happens, then guess what you need to do? Get somebody new in office, doesn't support that nonsense, go down and get your citizenship. I've been telling some people for the longest time, I mean for years, go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Give them information. Look up everything they need. Find the stuff they need. If you need it, I go track it down. Find it for you. This is where you got to go. This is the building you got to go. This is what you got to apply for. This is what you got to pay. So and so and so. Excuses. I get around to it. And now you got that nightmare in office. He had plenty of time to get that paperwork. Plenty of time to get it done. Plenty of time. Jamie's been what? I've known Jamie for like 7 years. 7 years, and you don't have your paperwork? Are you? There you go. That's a perfect example. 7 years. Probably longer than that. Check his YouTube channel date. He's probably been here longer than a YouTube channel date, and you have not got your paperwork? And you want to play like you're the victim? Oh, poor me, poor me. How long have you been here? What's your age? You're 50-something, right? So you're 50-something, like 40. I think he's 49 or something. He's 49, right? So if you're 49, and you're telling me at the end of the day, you've been here for how long? And you haven't got your documents done, your paperwork done? Yeah, man, you lazy. Call me lazy at the end of the day. You got nerve to call me a lazy old man. You got to be kidding me. Oh, by the way, Jamie, you're old. You know that, right? You're a senior citizen. But anyway, yeah, Fernando, the difference between me and you is I get my paperwork done. I'm not like you at the end of the day. And I know how to file documents, make contracts, all that stuff. You don't know how to do that. You don't even know how to properly build a business or run a business. That's why your business fell through. Your business crashed because you don't know how to run a proper business. You didn't have a proper business. You couldn't even fill out the basic application for an LLC correctly without lying on it. You don't even know what a DBA is. You don't need what you have an EIN number. No, you don't have it. You got to have a social security number to have an EIN number. You have a business tax identification ID number? You don't have that, do you, right? You can't have that because you don't have paperwork. You have to have a social security number to have one of those. The beautiful thing about when you have an EIN number is the fact that some, well, actually majority of now, most business internet requires the EIN number. For you to get actually, T-Mobile has it. They have a business account that you can have, and they require EIN number for it. You can't get. That's when I can make a certain statements like, where's your EIN number? And you weren't saying anything back. You just get mad because you can't get one. You have to have a social security number to get one of those. So how are you driving a car? That means you're driving without a license. Because you don't have a license. How are you driving around a vehicle that you don't have paperwork? So right now, you just showed everybody on YouTube that you went down and you got a vehicle that you don't even have a license for. You don't have a license, you can't get insurance, which means your vehicle is uninsured. That's the insurance is in someone's name. Who's stupid enough to do that one at the end of the day? I can see if you got kids at the end of the day, but even that's a scary thought because, you know, they're new, they're on the road at the end of the day. Ooh, it's kind of frightening at the end of the day. But still, Yeah, I bet you ain't got no insurance on that vehicle. You can't get insurance on it. You don't have a license. Can't get a license because you don't have a social security number. You need birth certificate and social security number to acquire a license. And you don't have either one. Because you just stated you don't have any paperwork. So that means you're driving around in a vehicle without any license. And the only thing you have on there, since you don't have a license on there, because no one can register the license for that vehicle. If it's your vehicle, at the end of the day, you have to acquire the license plate for that vehicle. That's why when you show the vehicle, usually most people when they show vehicles off, they kind of blur out the back of it because the license plate is back there. He showed the vehicle where he showed just the size, just a little bit of it, but he didn't show the plates in the front. But you can literally see a white slit in there. You can see those are the dealership plates. He still got the dealership plates on the truck. I can literally basically right now, anybody right now can report your truck. They'll pick you up. That's how fast you can be taken. They can basically report your truck. Because what you just said in the email, you just told everybody you don't have paperwork. If you don't have paperwork, it means you're driving without a license right now. So anyone can take the number that you flashed in that video and take it and call it in. See, that's what I'm saying. He's like that. Same thing with the Cinemax mix, where he went to that whole big rant. Look at this. This is all you, Fernando. That's all you for Judge. And coming up. Look at it. Even when they made an Instagram account and put my name on it and was going around posing as me. That's identity theft, by the way. So basically, bottom line is you have no license at all, period. You're driving a vehicle with no license. I could literally call and put a report in on your truck and get you pulled over. Anybody can. Because I guarantee you don't have the license. It doesn't make a difference. If somebody paid for the vehicle, say somebody paid for the vehicle. Say somebody basically put the vehicle in their name. You still got to have a license to drive it. You understand how things work in the United States? With the whole system with cars and stuff, right? That's like if you're driving your father's truck. You can drive your father's truck all day long. It's his truck. It's under his name. It's under his insurance. But you have to have a license to get inside that vehicle and drive it. So technically, if someone paid for that vehicle for you, or if you bought it, doesn't make a difference. If somebody put it in their name, you still have to have a license to drive the vehicle. So that number you have on the front of that vehicle right there, I know the dealership, I tracked it down. At the end of the day, you can't go get a license plate for it. Now, say the person who basically went out and who helped you out, the name in it, say they went in and got the license. No, I don't think they would do that. That's crazy. But anyway, say they go down and do that at the end of the day. They go down and they get a license plate, blah, 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 for your truck, right? They do all that, right? You still got to have a license to drive it. You still can't drive without a license. So people know where you live at, right? They can report your truck. Oh, he did so and so and so. We got a truck, so and so, da 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 da. They can describe your truck. You got it on a video. They literally got a video of you buying this truck right there. And you send the video in. That's the guy right there. That's the people who basically sold him the vehicle. Guy doesn't have a license. He doesn't have paperwork right here. Guess what's going to happen? They're going to pull your truck over. They're going to ask for your identification, which you don't have. Why don't you have any identification? You don't have nothing on you. They'll say, okay, we need you to sit in the back of the vehicle to sort this out. So they got to figure out who you are at the end of the day. The reason why that identification is needed, Fernando, if you watch enough cop movies, is that for us citizens, that they take our identification, they take it in the back, they run into the system and see if you're wanted, if you got any outstanding warrants on you or stuff like that. That's why they run it. You got to run a check on you real quick. Come back, okay, you're clean, you can go. Write you a ticket, and poof, that's it. You got to appear in court, whatever, you paid online, whatever you got to do. And if nothing comes up on you, the first thing that's going to pop to his mind is, oh, he's undocumented. So what they're going to do is going to stick you in the back of the truck and say, yeah, I got somebody here. He's got no identification on him. We got a vehicle right here. It's in somebody else's name. They're going to think it's stolen. So then what they're going to do is they're going to contact the person who the vehicle is registered to. You understand what I'm getting here? He probably doesn't understand a word. It's probably going over his head right now. He's probably right now playing with two sock puppets. So they contact that person, and that person's going to say, no, I got that. You screwed up. Because when they do a background check and find out he doesn't have any documents here, you're in trouble. So, Fernando, right now, your apartment complex, given know where you're at, they can call the police. And he's got this a vehicle, so and so and so. Some people, roofers, they'll say you stole it. That's even worse. There are people who do that the other day. That's the reason why I would never, ever in a million years take anyone's vehicle. Ever. People do some dirty stuff. I wouldn't say, hey, buddy, can I borrow your vehicle? Blah, 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 blah. Because, man, they could sit there and say, it's an inconvenience. It's a serious inconvenience. They don't think that in the day. So you take the vehicle. They don't like you, but they give you the vehicle. When you drive out there, they can call and say the vehicle is stolen. Now, even though you may fight this in court, you could win this, you can make you sue them in the process, it's the inconvenience you're going to go through. They'll take you out of that vehicle and stick you in handcuffs, stick you in the back, and put you through the whole process system, and you're going to be in a holding cell with a bunch of crazy people. That's where you're going to be at. You're going to be spend all night in that unit because somebody basically made a fake call. That's why I'm borrowing nothing for nobody. I don't care who it is. I got my own sir. I'll walk before I basically do that crap. But anyway, yeah, you don't have a license to drive in the state of California. Because in the long run, where would you get the license from? That's why my sister was like, how's he driving? I showed the vehicle and everything was that. I said, how the frick is he driving? So what dealership is this? She was able to track the dealership. Wasn't too far, wasn't too hard to find. The guy, the sales clerk, was right there in the face. He was right there, right there. And the location where it pinpoints at, on top of that, the dealer plates will always tell where the vehicle came from. You know why the dealer plates are there, Fernando? They're not there for show. It's just in case someone comes up there and steals one of those cars, and those plates on there, they can trace the car back to what dealership it came from. That's why there's plates on it. They're not up there for show. They're to be to track the vehicle back to the dealership where it came from in case the vehicle pops up missing. That's what it's for. So we can trace it right back to the dealership from off those plates. And then from there, we send a picture of the guy, got a nice screenshot of him, say, hey, yeah, this is the guy who sold him the truck, and this is the guy right here buying the vehicle and all that. There we go. Who is this person right here? Oh, that's so-and-so, da-da-da-da-da. And then they'll go put him under investigation. And when he came in to buy, did he have this? Did he have this? And he had that and the other. Da-da-da-da-da. Here you go. Now, can he get in trouble? Actually, he can get in trouble. If he didn't ask for proper identification and all that stuff, he can get in a lot of trouble. If he did it just to get a sale, get some money, there are places like that you can buy cars. They're going to ask a lot of questions. A lot of trouble for that. That's why anything that Fernando touches just self-destructs. Anything. Anybody's around, self-destructs. Jeez. Now, let's see if this video goes missing. And if it does, if I get a copyright on it, as you can see, there's no music playing in the video. Nothing at all. All here's my PC's running in the back. And this video gets a copyright on it, automatic from door, you already know from the door. Fernando, this is not only a video just to out you on the kind of slimy individual you are. It's also a video testimony to show that if it goes missing or this video gets flagged for any reason whatsoever, we can show the bias of YouTube, but we can also show at the end of the day that you're scared. That's why you're removing videos. That's why, Williams, you told on yourself. We posted that video on purpose. We knew the video was going to get flagged, but we posted on purpose because we mentioned your address in the video. We wanted to confirm it was you. And what did you do? You came and had the video removed. Thank you. So with that confirmed, I went to the security unit in your building and gave out your information, and they were able to pinpoint exactly where you're located. Confirm address, confirm. And that's the address I handed over to the United States Postal Service inspection. They have your full address and your name and all that stuff like that. So confirmed it. The same thing with Fernando. Fernando also did a confirm. Did a confirm again when you went in and had the pictures removed. Now, why did he have those particular pictures removed? Because those are the ones that are not blurred that you find on Google. That's the actual pictures of the apartment that are non-blurred. That's why he wouldn't have them removed. Guys are telling yourselves all day long. I still can't believe he sent me that email. I'm shocked on that. My buddy was like, he did what? I said, he sent me an email literally confessing that he's undocumented. You said, I'm not here, and you're not here legally. You just literally said that. So that means all the time when you was on YouTube ranting about how racist I am, you we're right. You don't have documents. Now, if you go and commit the crimes that you just, Fernando, because you know you broke the law, you're going to act like it never happened. You never been doing breaking out. You broke the law, right? Who do you contact? You contact immigration on you. If the police arrest you, who do they contact? They contact immigration. That's what they do. Anyone that gets these charts, anyone, they're going to contact immigration. If I were you, I'd advise you not to drive that vehicle anymore. Because you can't. And you go in a big and bold at the end of the day and watch what happens. You go ahead. Because I got people over here that don't like you. They can't stand you, Fernando. Especially my Mexican brothers don't like you at all. And they know about your situation. They watch my channel. They know about your vehicle. They know all about that. You know why they don't like you, Fernando? You make their people look bad. That's why they don't like you. That's why they got the nickname Mexican Trump. Now they call him ICE. They literally call him ICE, Mexican ICE. And yeah, I told you it was going to pick up. The reason why they call him Mexican ICE, because he sat there and made that statement. We said all illegal aliens don't have paperwork, so-and-so. They're not you, Fernando. You try to label them like they you. They're not you at the end of the day. They're not coming over here breaking the law and getting in trouble and then throwing it up in people's faces saying, well, I can't be touched because at the end of the day, I don't have paperwork. So I can go out and break the law, do whatever I want to do. They're not doing that. You do that. Look at this, man. Look at all this stuff on it. Oh. Isn't this what you said about our new screen print, the one over there? You said it came up looking that dark? That's what started the whole thing. I told you not to touch it. Now, I'm pretty sure by April, we should be hearing something from a judge. Before April. It doesn't take long. So we should be hearing something pretty soon. Right around April, my new technology launches. We're expecting to make money off you trolls. We're expecting you to mess up. I don't sit there and say, oh, because we have this stuff coming out, you know, maybe they'll leave it alone. No, we hope you touch it. I'm trying to get paid off you guys. I'm making money off you guys. I got, what, so roughly we had 100, 200 something accounts that we got locked in with enough evidence just like this on you. I'm going to make money off you guys. So I hope you do mess around with it. I hope you mess with that ad tech. Ad tech's a $12 million penalty for touching that technology. The one on this technology is $12,000. That's why he's being hit with 12 grand. But that one is $12 million if you mess with an ad tech. So you go ahead and believe, just like this guy right here. He believed with all his heart, no one was going to find him. No one was going to figure out where he's at. Oh, we'll get that address at 317 Current Street, because that was on the other receipt. I'll bring that up too. No one's going to find him. Mr. Williams believed the same thing. No one was going to find him. So you're saying at the end of the day that the FBI can't find you? Where's he at? Oh, he's over there. Are you saying the FBI can't find you? Is that what you're saying? You're gonna make that a challenge? You got a job, right? You got a carbon footprint. You got a job, right? You got a family. You got a massive carbon footprint on you right now. You got a massive. You have no idea the investigation they'll do, how deep they'll dig to figure out exactly your whereabouts and where you have family members, all that. You should forget it. If you made a huge, massive carbon footprint where you got family, friends, you go to different outings and all this stuff like that, and school events and all, forget it. These people will come to your school and they will arrest you. Forget it. All right, I got a screen I got to demonstrate pretty soon. Glad we had this nice little chat. We got a chance to talk about Fernando's activity and what Fernando does behind cameras, where he goes in and he files these complaints with other people. Mind you, when we subpoena YouTube for some stuff too, we got some stuff there we got to deal with them. I'm going to make sure I get that extra information on top of that to file additional more charges against you. Oh, man. This is a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Oh, man. I got to think about what's the interior I'm going to put inside this truck. I have no idea. I don't want white in there because it's going to get jacked up. I'll mess up white. I know myself. I'm a 5-year-old kid. I definitely can't have white. And if it's black, That'd be cool, but then black is kind of, got to do something different with that. Something different. So I'll figure it out. I might get me two of them. I might get me a cyberpunk unit. I always wanted a cyberpunk vehicle, but then they got to fly too. So I don't know how that would even work. But still, it'd be kind of cool. But thank you. I thank you, trolls, at the end of the day, for making Mr. Berg rich. I do. And I plan to take money from you as much as I can. I plan to keep this going. Because I know with the new technology coming out, you can't help it at the end of the day. You can't help it. You're going to have to try to attack that product. And I hope you do. But I got people that I'm going to hire and bring on board. Top professional lawyers, top professional bounty hunters, top professional cyber investigators. I'm going to bring in the very best people that can dig up the earth on you. I'm going to bring these people onto my payroll, start me a nice little task force that's designed to track down internet trolls for us to get paid off of them. Paid by trolls. That's what I put on. That's my vanity plate. I'm putting on my plate on my truck. So I hope you do. And it's funny because I told my buddy about this, and he's like, "Man, I got a YouTube channel. I ain't got no trolls. I need some trolls so I can get paid." There you go. You're gonna be hunted. You're literally gonna be hunted now. What's gonna happen? People see how we're getting paid off you guys. They're like, "Oh shoot, they're getting paid like that? Man, I gotta get me some trolls. I'm gonna try to track you guys down. I'm trying to do something to kind of get you guys irritated so you can dig you up." And now look, let me explain something to you. The troll real quick. The trolls. Your main sticking point for you guys is no one's going to find you. That's bullcrap. You're in digital age. You can be found anywhere. So forget that. That's gone. You also believe that there's not enough evidence to prosecute you in court. Anything that happens online, if you attack anybody, considered to be a cybercrime, that's enough. One email, 2 emails, that's enough to get you. One email is enough to get you. Just one. So imagine the stuff we have on these people at the end of the day. Can you get jail time for this? I can't get jail time. It's a crime. It's a federal crime. You'll definitely get prosecuted. You'll get prosecuted, make it a year, make it 10 years. You know what I mean? It depends on how much stuff you did. That's definitely going to happen. Can they sue you? Oh, heck yeah, they can sue you. What I found out today in Pennsylvania, we can take your wedding ring. So guess what, Fernando? Bye-bye ring. Because we're taking it. I told you, I want everything. I want everything. I want like the Grinch went in and took that up, went to that house, he even took the nails out of the wall. I want everything. Everything. If there's dust in the corner, I want it. I want it all, everything. Going over to the vacuum cleaner. Get all the, I want everything out of there. I want it all, everything. So, well, they're going to take it anyway. It's not my, I saw the judgment. And then the other one, people think at the end of the day, I can't afford an attorney. You don't need an attorney. You take them to small claims court. Small claims court, depending on what you get paid in your section. Some people get $25,000 in some places. But we get $12,000 in Pennsylvania. That ain't nothing to sneeze at. That's 12 grand. Now, say at the end of the day you get the judgment for $12,000. You got to figure out how to get the money out of them now, right? Now, the judge can give them a certain amount of time to pay you the money, which they can drag their feet on this, or you can get something called execution of judgment, where you can file this with a sheriff's department or with a debt collector. That will go in and get your stuff. They'll go to their house, they'll collect all the stuff they have, and they'll auction it off. Now, you're still going to have to wait for the auction for the stuff to sell in order to get your money. Or, better yet, what we're about to do is you can go to somebody like a collector's, we have a law firm, that will buy your judgment. They'll buy your judgment, they'll give you a cool $10,000. What are we going to charge? Maybe they may charge $2,000. Who cares? At the end of the day, you got 10 G's in your pocket you didn't have before. You got $10,000, you're paid already. Go and have some fun with that money, and they're going to go turn around and they're going to put some pressure on these people to get their money back. So they're going to deal with that nightmare, and you can go get paid. So that's what we're going to do, people. Every troll we catch, now mind you, because Mr. Berg was diagnosed with ST, something, whatever, some kind of stress-related medication, all that stuff, we get something different. We get $500,000 per troll. Yep. Statute means we get $500,000, 10,000 to $500,000. And because of all these people that were involved that moved this case up through the roof, and it's such a big, going to be a big high-profile court case because of all the stuff that's involved in this, that means any troll we pick up at the end of the day, it's the equivalent of someone soaking your body in gasoline and have you run through a forest fire. You know it's going to happen, right? That's how easy it's going to be for us to prosecute you. You sneeze the wrong way, we can get you. So, not that way, we're going to talk about, but so much how you put it. So we can easily prosecute you because these people are going to lay the foundation for your destruction. It'll be easy to prosecute you. We have brought so many cases in and sued so many people, and so many people have lost in this whole entire ordeal. You're just another number, another cog in the machine, so to speak. So, your trolls are going to pay us. You're going to pay for my lifestyle. And the money I make off ad tech, I can put in other stuff at the end of the day. I don't even need to even touch it. Now, I'm going to do tutorials and teach people how to sue trolls, how to go down and to go to courthouses and file, how to go down and talk. We got lawyers that you can talk to, stuff like that. I mean, not representative, give you information, like how you go about suing, the type of paperwork, what they suggest you to go for, stuff like that. Make sure that you collect everything. Do not throw anything away. Emails, phone calls, text messages, anything. Collect all of it. All of it can be used in court, especially text messages and emails. So if they email you some, phone call you some crazy stuff, screenshot it. Block it and screenshot it. I've had so many screenshots on these guys, it's not even funny. Wow, I even got screenshots in here, Jamie, where you got people calling me nigger. Boy, you know how the judge is going to see that? And, oh, man. We got over here the garage I was at. I even have an email in my account I'm going to print out where you say, ha, 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 I found out where you're at, and you put down the address. You put the address where I'm at. You're stalking me. So, question, did you think you were going to touch that black screen paint and get away with it? Now, with that being said, now finding out that the paint is broke, the fact that this is the reason why I'm not touching customers anymore. If we have to go through all this to prove that that technology over there works, and that's not enough to convince you, at the end of the day, we don't want your business. I'm going to companies, that's it. You mean to tell me all the testing and everything we did to bring you the best we could, and you don't believe it? We have to go through this? Oh, you're not touching this stuff. I would never, ever let any form of technology or anything we engineer ever touch a customer ever again. Because of that nonsense. All that work we did. You wouldn't want to touch anybody either. I said to tell you, I'm not touching a customer ever. Nope. And meanwhile, you're going to see my technology in trade shows. You're going to see people bragging and boasting about those new screens that we got coming out now, and you can't touch it. We'll never let that screen. You're talking about the what? Oh no, that screen's being pulled. What is being pulled? Now you can sit there and say at the end of the day, well, you know, you don't want to support the customer. We don't care if you don't support our videos. I told you at the end of the day what we're doing. We got 5 different stores we're looking at. We're buying these stores. You're going to pay for this, by the way. We got 5 different stores that we're going to basically showcase our technology in. People can come in and see the new tile system. We got a new tile system that's going in that locks together like a Lego system. It is sick. It allows you to tile your whole floor in ad tech technology. So you can convert your floor into anything that you want. Ceilings, floors, walls. It's a whole tile system that snaps together. You can do an entire room. And we have customizations, which means you can give out the measurement size of your room in case you have this weird shape, send it back to us, and they can basically build you a puzzle system that basically will map out your environment. We're on a whole different level here. We got table projections coming out for all different types of applications, all types of stuff. This would have been your technology at the end of the day. But what happened here, I said, that's it, I'm done. There's no way around touching customers ever again. Not going to happen. I got orders in my account. I'm not bothering with it. I just won't take them. I won't do them. I'm done. That's it. The Lord put us in a different direction. See, that's the part y'all don't understand in the day. Y'all think y'all have control. You don't have any control of what we do over here. If my Lord decides that this is not where it's at, this is not where it's at. That's like the guy called Stone Cold HD. He had a popular YouTube channel, came on there, had a little alcohol in his hand, he drank, he cursed a lot in there. And then one day, boom, he became a Christian. And there were people mad at him because he wouldn't come on there and drink anymore. Because he wouldn't come on there and curse anymore. I'm not this person anymore. It's not me. So people were saying, okay, we'll unsubscribe from your channel. But you think you're going to hurt him from unsubscribing from his channel? Do you know what he serves? He serves God at the end of the day. People are so, you don't get this at the end, do you? You don't really get this part. You really don't get that part, that God takes care of their people. You don't get that part, do you? You think you got power, do you? You got no power. You have a heart attack in your driveway. What are you going to do? You got no power at all. You're sitting there asking God to help you out, right? Same person at the end of the day, so I'm unsubscribed from his channel because I'm going to make sure you don't make any money. Yeah, right now you can't control your own destiny because your heart's stopping on you. That man has a successful, I think it's a remodeling business. I saw some of the stuff he had on there. It's a beautiful. He does a beautiful job of remodeling bathrooms and stuff like that. Hopefully, I can reach out him. I'd like to do one of my bathrooms, a couple of them. He does beautiful work. Now you see, the Lord turned around and said, "Okay, this is how they want to treat you. No problem." You think the Lord's going to allow His Christians to fall under the scrutiny of a non-believer? Because that person, because anyone's saved, what does that just say? Glory, hallelujah. Happy for you, brother. I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you found the Lord, this, that, and the other. Welcome to the fold. But you non-Christians will sit there and go, oh, yeah, we ain't going to support you, and we're not going to give you the money, and this, that, and the other. That don't mean jack. You control God. I didn't know that. I didn't know you had that type of power. You don't have any power. The fact that you're able to get up in the morning, crawl out the door, get into a vehicle, make it from A to B without being murdered or killed at the end of the day is actually quite surprising. A person, a non-believer, that you have no protection whatsoever. You don't have the full armor of God. You don't have it. You don't have no protection out there. You got mercy, but you ain't got no protection. There's a difference between the two. But anyway, with that being said, yeah, that man got a successful business now. Beautiful business. He dropped that channel going. He did. I think he did drop the channel. You don't think he's on the channel no more. Now, for us at the end of the day, do we need the customer base? No, actually, technically, we don't. Because we have multiple technology. I can go in any way. I can do 235.1 clear, do one over here, do the big screen. I can do anything I want on here. I can even go outside if I want to. I can hear 1 minute, poof, outside. You're not even you don't even have that type of technology yet. You're not even anywhere near this. Y'all literally have to go to other companies and say, hey, this is just like you. What about you? And even that stuff doesn't even match us. Gee whiz Louise. So, no, we're going a different direction. I'm definitely. I don't even know how I feel about basically processing orders now. I don't even want to do them anymore. Honestly, I really don't want to be bothered with it. I don't need your money. We never needed your money. God is the one that provides everything on our table. God is the one that provides it. That's it. And if you sit there and say I can go to someplace better, knock yourself out. You already know what we did. We conquered everything. I find it boring that I can't find a black screen, a decent black screen to challenge your technology. I can literally make a paint and match your stuff in the day that won't match ours. Jeez Louise. I swear. Now, to our customers at the end of the day that are grateful and at the end of the day, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, this is how it's got to be. You know, I'm not. You've done a great job supporting our company. I appreciate that, but this is the path we had to take. This is the way it's going, and this is the path I'm taking. I like it. I want to do this at the end of the day. I'm enjoying working with businesses. Got my own business private page now and all that. I'm getting new business cards and all that stuff. I can't wait. I'm going to be going to expos and all that stuff paid by trolls. I like that. Paid by trolls. So, yeah. That being said, I am happy. Let me just find that real quick. Where is, I need that part. I don't even have it. Let me see this while I'm in here. Having this, I have some stuff to do. Yeah, lazy. You don't do any tests whatsoever. Make these cheap, crappy products. Jimmy, I'm going to post your, Frankenstein mix video, the one that says it's a live, washed out screen with no color attached to it, just washed out, blurred. And you know, I got the same projector you have right over there, white projector, it's the same model we have, the same thing. And yet I can take that thing outside and play around with it. You can't even use that thing next to a window without it washing out. I'm gonna repost your video again. That's your future in products. Washed out screens, ambient light rejection technology that can't even operate in fully lit environments. None of it's reading the contrast level. And any black paint out there, I can easily mimic your stuff. Basically just mica black paint. That's all you got. Or mica, silver, whatever. I can mimic your same stuff. That's why the guy, Ray Rogers, got so mad, or whatever his name is, Roger Ray, whatever it is. Got so mad at me. Because, yeah, I know your ingredients. I know how your stuff is made. Noob. You're a noob. You know, nothing at all, period. Nothing. I can look at your screen and tell what's coming up too dark. Now imagine if you did some demonstrate. Oh, you all did demonstrations doing it, right? Yeah. See you in court, $1 million. I don't have $1 million. Who cares? Just gonna pay me. What's in the projector for this? Ooh, look at you. Over here being extra. How dare you be extra cute? I need that long throw too. I'm gonna need that much projector. Yeah. I definitely have to get a lamp for my extended throw lens because I need it for something. Got a gray screen. The most, I'm gonna tell you something, the cheesiest demonstration I've ever seen in my entire life is people who have gray screens with ultra short throws. That's the cheesiest demonstration ever. If that doesn't say smoke and mirrors, I don't know what doesn't. Sitting on the screen, have no distance throw that can literally deteriorate your image. Your environment's too dark, so you can try to maintain your color and contrast. That's the most cheesiest demonstration. And you're calibrating projectors that have billions of colors attached to them. Cheesy. It's the cheesiest. So cheesy. Now, Mr. Rogers, won't you be my neighbor? I got a message for you. I will see you in court, by the way. You did post my face without permission, did you not? Lawsuit. You did go onto a channel. You had McAfee go onto a channel and name a product that belonged to us multiple times, stating that the product was a scam and fake and whatever. And since you and Rogers were involved in that, McAfee have a lawsuit for you, Rogers have a lawsuit for you. I'll be filing criminal charges on both of you. And also too, you did post in my face, yeah, $100 million. I'm dead serious, I'm gonna sue you for $100 million for doing that. Why more than the rest of them? Because you think you're basically above the law. Because you think because you're got a little privilege, right? I'm a little above the law. Yeah, I want to fix that wagon real quick for you. You also went in your backyard and you made a statement that you said that I canceled orders, made false statements about me, that the reason why we canceled orders is because we can't back up our products and we're scammers. Suing you for that. And on top of that, I'm challenging your company in court. You made statements that your product has a different type of gain, that it has its high-end gain, that it has the ability to be able to switch and change the gain at will. That's bullcrap, man. That's all consumer fraud. You don't even know the first thing about invisible technology, and left alone, that whole gain range is one big scam from the door. So I'm going to challenge your company in court that you deliberately falsified and made fake information. You made a fake specification sheet, put it on PayPal shopping carts, and tried to basically scam the customers to make them believe that this product you had actually exists. So, Mr. Danny Rogers, I am challenging you in court. Do you understand me? If you're found guilty of consumer fraud, it's a 20-year prison sentence. So you better hope that stuff works. Even if you pull the website down now, it's not enough. At the end of the day, we told you about this in 2023 that you need to basically fix this or remove it, and you refuse to do so. So we can show a track record from 2023 until now that the site still stands with open, activated shopping carts, hoping to catch people and rip them off. So, and if you take it down today, statute of limitations are very fresh. We can still get you. I want your site, I'm going to record it, your site to show it's still activated and still there, shopping carts are still operational. Can't do that. Got to tell the truth on your products. Oh, man. Oh. You being chewy today? Are you being chewy? Are you being extra chewy? What are you doing back there? You being extra chewy? He's being extra chewy. Rawr. 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 Are you being extra chewy? What are you doing? You being extra chewy? You chewy? Come here, cheesy bread. Cheesy breads. Cheesy breads. Come here, cheesy breads. Cheesy breads. Cheesy breads. Come here, cheesy breads. Rawr. Weirdo. You weirdo. You and your cheesy breads. How dare you? Rawr. Like, how dare you touch me? How dare you? I don't even know who you are. How dare you touch me and call me cheesy breads? Do I look like cheesy breads to you? Do I? Do I look like cheesy breads? Do you like cheesy breads? Are you cheesy breads? Taco? Hey, Denario. You answered Denario, right? Denario? You don't answer to Roberto Rodriguez. Denario. Ha, he doesn't answer Denario. He doesn't answer Taco Denario Roberto Rodriguez Bird. Taco Denario Roberto Rodriguez Bird. I'll be telling my Mexican friends, they're like, what's his name? They call him Taco Denario Roberto Rodriguez Bird. He's like, oh crap, you got a long name. It's longer than mine. Yep, Taco Denario Roberto Rodriguez Bird. Yes, his Dominican and Mexican brothers gave him that name. Ain't that right, Taco? You ever tell people about your name at the end of the day? That I called you Taco? My Mexican brother said, you can't call him that. Why can't I call him that? So it sounds racist? He says, no, his name ain't long enough. So we're going to call him instead. So they all got together and joked about it. Going Taco, Denario, Roberto, Rodriguez, and you got my last name, Bird. So everybody tell about they be there crying like, yeah, it's his name. Taco, yes, Denario too. Denario. Hey, Senor Taco. And it's funny because my sister's daughter, her soon-to-be husband is Mexican, and he came over and I told him the name. He was crying. He was like, that is hilarious. He answered, so like, yeah, call his name. I said, Taco. Taco trying to look at him like, oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. It's awesome. Denario. 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 All right, I got that set up there. I need power cords. Where's my power cords at? Get the power cords, power cords. Now, in that demonstration I did, Fernando, when you say I'm lazy at the end of the day, do you do any of that work? Of course you don't. You don't do any of that work at all. Building them screens, you don't do that type of work like that. You don't know anything about, the first thing about projector mapping applications, nothing. All you know how to do is cut corners and cheat people. I'm going to challenge that paint and court. I don't know how you people get anything back at the end of the day. You don't have anything. By the time we get done with them, you ain't nothing left over. You owe so much money. That's why he sat there and said the first thing somebody says when they're getting sued, good luck on taking my stuff, is in somebody else's name. That's the dumbest thing you could ever say. The dumbest thing. The dumbest thing you could say. That means you gotta start digging. That means you're guilty of something, of why that house is in someone else's name, especially in your age. Now, if you're young, I can see about that because you're young, and I mean, some people don't have credit, whatever to get a house. But if you're older and you have that problem, just something else wrong. And then they're gonna start digging, finding out all kinds of stuff on you. Maybe you got a Chapter 11 on you, and you didn't report that house because you put it in somebody else's name. You're going to jail. And the person who knew at the end of the day that you had a Chapter 11, they're going to jail too also. Which means whatever institution you want to follow that crap, you committed perjury. Perjury is punishable to 7 years. So that ain't going to go well for either one of y'all. Fernando, again, funny, because someone told you that. Oh, just tell them that you got your stuff under somebody else's name. Again, you're not intelligent, are you, in any way whatsoever. I hate to put it this way. I don't like to call people stupid, but good gracious, really, you can't put your toys and stuff under someone else's name. That's property, you do that. Property, cars, stuff like that, you can put under somebody else's name. Businesses, someone else's name. But you're talking about, not no toys and stuff, this stuff you got in there, you're going to lose your collection, by the way. So you know that. They're taking the collection. All of it. 3D printing machines, his projectors, his system, they're going to take all of that. And again, what I found out in the state of Pennsylvania, we can even take the wedding ring. So if you see in any videos of Fernando's place cleaning out, like stuff is missing, he's getting emptier and emptier in there, that tells you he's scared and he's running. So don't hurt your pride, Fernando, that you got to basically start packing things up and try to hide them because debt collectors are coming for you. You made a statement on YouTube that you said that you couldn't be touched, right? You said at the end of the day that the court said nobody could touch you at the end of the day, that everything we said was bogus and bullcrap. Everything we were talking about at the end of the day was just a bunch of hot air, right? Then if people start seeing stuff missing out of your videos where you got stuff, a lot of empty space in your apartment, that means you're hiding your stuff. And if you're hiding your stuff, that means you're guilty, right? There you go. And that pride is going to hurt. That is going to hurt a lot. Jamie, let me explain something to you. You can take everything out of your apartment. At the end of the day, you still get a bench warrant. I told you, it's not your money I need at the end of the day. I don't. You're just getting hit with that because we need something to file to get you down here. That's all. So I'll make $12,000 out of you real quick. That's it. But do we need it? No. We need you here. That's what I need you here for criminal. That's what I need you here. And that will get you here. The no show on that, because we know you're not going to show up for it. That'll get you a nice strike against you, against the judge, showing at the end of the day you didn't have enough respect to show up. So that right there is a mark against you. And then we take it over to criminal. We know you can't show up because you ain't got the paperwork to do so. We're going to get a bench warrant on you, which means we can get you out of the apartment and get you here. It's about your time. It ain't about your money. You can go hide yourself all you want. It doesn't mean anything. It's you. Your time is what we want. And we're going to get it. Now, if you decide to off and run away, then you're going to be on the hunt. You know how horrible it is to be on the hunt? You make one little mistake. You can go past a freaking traffic light the wrong way and get picked up on a camera. You're in trouble. And meanwhile, they're going to make it miserable for your friends and family because they're going to be going through their places over and over again, search warrant, to figure out if you're there or not. Because you could be hiding out in one of those places, and they're going to keep coming back there. And if they find out you don't have paperwork, you know what else is going to show up at your family members' homes at the end of the day. You're going to trigger that nonsense off. So this is what you do. You be a man about it, and you surrender. Because you run the risk, if any one of your family members don't have documents, let's be truthful here, let's be real. If any one of your family members don't have documents and you take off and they're searching looking for you, they're going to go to their addresses, and you know what's going to happen if they reach one of those addresses and they're not documented. It means you run the risk of getting one of your family members deported. So this is what you do. You be a man about the whole thing and you turn yourself in, or you just don't go anywhere and you stay and you just wait for it to happen. Because that's literally what's going to happen. You put a lot of people at jeopardy when you want to be this, that, and the other. You did. You put a lot of people. And if you want to sit there and blame us for it, no, Jamie, we're not to blame for it. You're the blame for it. You went out and did all this stuff at the end of the day. You know the difference between right and wrong. You do. You went out and did all that stuff, and then when the hammer comes down on top of you, it's everybody else's fault. This is good lotion. I like this. It's dry skin treatment body lotion. This is my favorite lotion, man. Put the lotion on the screen. This is a good kind right here for the screen. It's dry skin treatment body lotion. This is pretty good, man. I like good lotion. But we got to put the lotion on the screen. I swear, I'm thinking about selling me a generic gray screen paint. And it comes with a free container of lotion. Free container. Why are you sending me lotion? Because it's for to put the lotion on the screen. When your screen starts getting washed out, faded out when you put the lights on, I want you to put this lotion on your screen. This is going to fix the gray, the washed out gray, the colors. I gotta do a video on this now. I think I'll do some fun videos on this. I got to. It's going to fix those gray washed out colors. It's going to bring all that beautiness back into your screen so you can enjoy those beautiful colors. Beautiful colors. Just remember, when you have a gray screen, don't forget to put the lotion on the screen. Yes, there you go. There you go. Put the lotion on the screen. I can't use their name. I got to use something else. I'm going to make my own bottle, a container. I'm going to get my own container made called Gray Screen Fixer. Put the lotion on the screen. That's right. It's a miracle cream for your screen. When your screen becomes ashy, unwatchable, black levels are coming up. I would literally wish I could have Ashton. They got Sebastian because he's fantastic for that. The colors are fading, and you find that the contrast is giving an ashy look. This is where the miracle cream comes on, called Ashy Gray. Put the lotion on the screen. This is how you fix the problem. Now, there's steps to this. Step one, dim your lights. You want it to look like you're in the middle of a medieval cave at the end of the day. Make sure your lights, put no lights near the screen. That's step one. Step two, it's best if you use this with an ultra short throw projector. You want to be as close to the screen as possible. You want to lose any of those beautiful colors that the lotion on the screen can fix. Step three, calibration. You have to calibrate before you put the lotion on the screen. Miracle Cream. Testimonies. Oh man, I'm gonna tell you something. So when I first started off, lights on, Freaking projector was sitting back from the screen, and I had no calibration whatsoever, and my screen was off. It was unbelievable, embarrassment. Companies would come over, people come over, and the screen just wasn't there. It just wasn't there. It was just gone, and I would get such an ashy look to the screen, which is so ashy. Until I heard about ashy gray screen lotion on the screen. This stuff is a miracle. So basically how you do it is you turn your lights down, darken the environment, which is, again, it works better with that when you do it that way. And then you calibrate the projector. I don't know, calibrate your projector. Okay, bring somebody in who will calibrate it for you if you know how to do that. And then on top of that, you want to make sure that it's ultra short throw. It has to be ultra short throw. Believe me, it has to be ultra short. It has to be right up on top of the screen. You're just kissing the screen. It has to be on top of it. And then all you do is just take a piece of cotton and you just go down your screen, or you can put it in a roller. This can be poured, applicator can pour it into a paint pan, and you could roll that onto your screen, and this makes your screen look so much better. So much better. I mean, hey, yes, I step on the cat from time to time, and that happens, and I do bump my kneecaps on the coffee table because I can't see anything because it's dark, but it works. It works. Miracles. We're going to do a commercial. Put the lotion on the gray screen. Lotion on the screen. You put the lotion on the screen. Oh, my goodness, that ash. Man, dealing with an ashy gray screen. Are you tired of it? Your kids are just mad because they can't watch the screen because you can't see it. Turn the lights on, boom. You're just having all types of problems. This is how you fix it. Lotion on the screen. Yes. Today, operators are standing by. For the low price of $19.95, operators are standing by. Here's testimony. Oh my goodness. So we got this gray screen, and it was supposed to be ambient light rejection technology. That's what they said. We turned the lights on, boom, screen's gone. It's not even there. Can't even find it. And the screen's just so washed out. The colors, it's just so depressing. I was so depressed. Like every day, I was just seeing a psychiatrist because my screen was just so ugly. It was just so ugly. And I paid so much money for my projector. So much money. Me and my husband picked it out. We got everything. We got the 4K. We got the Tridon. We got the whole 9 yards. And nothing worked until I saw this commercial about lotion on the screen for gray screens. And once we did the instructions step by step, we got rid of the long throw. We invested in an ultra short throw. We got turned down our lights in the environment. You know, they gave us a map on how we want to darken the environment, keep lights away from the screen at all times. And if we are going to add any lights to the screen, make sure they're behind the screen so they don't touch the screen. And with a friend of mine, he does calibrations for movies. He came in and did the calibration job. And I'm telling you something. We took a light application, sponge roller. We went over our screen with lotion on the screen. And now, no more ash. It looks absolutely amazing, and my depression is gone. Get your lotion on the screen now. Oh man, lotion on the screen. Lotion on the screen. I can't think of a theme song now, but lotion on the screen. Like my cat. My cat got his own theme song. What's it called? Tacos Bringing Sexy Back. No filters on your phone or staying home alone. Tacos bringing sexy back. No filters on your phone or staying home alone. Tacos bringing sexy back. What's the other one we had today? If I had some common sense. All right, let me hook this thing up so I can basically rub it in your face real quick. The naysayers, y'all guys, I like to rub my technology in your face because you don't know what y'all doing. Then you don't know jack for jack. I can't wait. If y'all had businesses, if I get you up there and you have a business, I'm going to ask you some questions. You hope you better be answered right. I'm going to make you look like a clown in there. It's going to be documented that you couldn't answer certain basic questions. This will destroy your company. You don't know anything. You're selling a product. You don't know jack about it. If I only common sense. Wow. What you want to do? A fight? Wow. You challenging me? You challenging me for a fight? Wow. Oops, wow, this is me. Wow. That's your dinosaur? Is that your dinosaur or my dinosaur? That's your dinosaur. That's your dinosaur? That's your dinosaur. That is your toy dinosaur over there. Whew. I get up and I gotta figure out when I come in, like, what are we doing? What are we doing today? Always gotta change up and do something new because I get bored quick. I can't be doing the same screen every day. Look at the contrast. Look at the color. Look at the contrast. Look at the color. Every freaking day. Same freaking video y'all guys do. The most boringest stuff I've ever seen in my entire life. I've literally tried to come to your channel and watch your videos. It is the most boring, uneducated piece of crap I've ever seen in my life. Y'all don't explain jack in there. So many unanswered questions. Y'all don't know what you're doing. Honestly, you don't know what you're doing. At all, period. Y'all don't know what you're doing. Answer basic questions. When you do, you give me laugh emojis and dumb nonsense. All right, see you in court then. Laugh emoji it up in there and see what happens to you. Do that dumb nonsense that you carry on your YouTube channel in there and see what happens to you. And get your goose cooked. Anybody smell cooked goose? I smell cooked goose. Anybody smell it? I smell it. Where is the power cord to this, bro? Where we plugging this at to begin with? All right, this is this charge. Well, that's charged already. Cool. That off, we don't need that anymore. What are we doing? We fire sticking this or are we PC in this? I'd rather technically. I don't know. I have no idea. I'll figure it out. There. Look at you, scratchy paws. Scratchy paws. Scratchy paws. Hey, senior cheesy breads. Cheesy. Oh, he's right there. Scratching up. Cheesy breads. Let me see. Okay. I need power cord. Where did you put the equipment at? No, I did pull a power cord out. I had it from over. Oh, it's over here. That's where it's at. Cheesy breads. You don't even like cheese, Doggo. You don't. You like cheese. You hate it. I don't know. I've never understood it. Oh, you do like cheese. Like with cheese whiz. You like cheese whiz. I'll get you some. A little bit. Just a little bit. You can only have a little bit. You love cheese whiz. You know why? You know why? Because it's a freaking cheese, yes. That's why. Oh, let me see. Bum. Oh, let me get out of here. I'm done with this video, by the way. I'll come back in with this. All right, that's it. Gotta go. Let's see how long this video stays up before Mr. The Crow Crier gets like, oh my goodness, he talked about me in the video. He said things that weren't true. Yeah, I see you in court, buddy, at the end of the day. So, again, you know, you can get on there talking about, oh, he's desperate, he needs money, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, go ahead with that line. I'm recording everything you say for the judge. Go ahead. Keep on running your mouth. You just better make sure your butt's down here. If your butt's not down here, next thing is criminal charges. You don't show up for them, you're going to have some police at your front door to snatch you out of that apartment, snatch you out of that apartment, and bring you down here. Then your YouTube channel is going to be idle because no one's going to be on it. And I'm going to confirm you're here. I'm going to make sure they confirm that you are here. So, you worry about that. Fake lawyer. Get my lawyer. Please, you can't get a lawyer on no paperwork. I got a lawyer. Please. Stop lying. Lie so much, man. Lie about everything. Lie. Meanwhile, you better hope no one calls on about your truck. Because you ain't got a license. You're driving around the state of California without a license and no insurance at that. You probably got no insurance on it. I don't know how many people crazy enough to basically put insurance in a grown man's name. But chances that truck has no insurance. And if they check back on the title who actually owns it, that's definitely going to come up. But see, at the end of the day, you have to have a license, Fernando. That's how it works. If you offer to, if your father or mother gives you permission to drive their vehicle, then you have to have a license to drive it. You can't say, oh, because there's somebody else is under somebody else's name. You still got to have a license to drive it. U-Haul trucks, all that stuff, license to drive. That means that the entire time in your videos, and I got a track record of you driving around California on the motorcycle, on several vehicles you were driving around in. When you took that paint over to Home Depot to make it, you were driving without a license. So we'll be getting that chart. We'll be getting that another file that you've been driving around Allentown without a license. Around California without a license, because you had a motorcycle at one point. We got recordings on that. We got recordings on you driving to Home Depot when you were taking the crystal. Oh, I forgot we need that for the judge. The crystal edge paint, and I had a copyright sitting right there on the label that you wanted to violate it when you were trying to make the product. So we'll be showing that to the judge also. But anyway, you were driving, weren't you? All right, then. You know what that means? You were driving with a license at all, period. And probably no insurance. Because you just told us right there that you don't have paperwork, right? So if you didn't have paperwork, that means you didn't have it then. If you had paperwork then, it means you could have it now. So that means the entire time in all those videos, you were driving around in the state of California without a driver's license. Boy, I'm telling you, it's coming down, right? Probably backed in a corner somewhere, yelling at a Raggedy Andy doll. No, it can't be the end. It's the end, buddy. It's the end. It's the end. Yep. It's the end. You ever seen the video where they show the Death Star from the inside when it blows up? That's you. That's you. Destruction all around you and no escape. That's you. Poor Death Star. All right, let me see. I'm out of here, people. I don't want too much into this video. Let's see how long this takes for us to get a freaking copyright on it. Literally, we have no music, nothing playing in the video at all, period. Let's see how fast Crying Crow gets. I'm like, oh my goodness, you violated me. Hey, you don't know violation when you get in that prison, so you definitely know about that. You definitely gonna know about that. You definitely gonna know about that. The stuff that you did at the end of the day, man, told you. Yours is coming, man. Yours is coming. And that, you can sit there and re-threat me. Not that threat. You did dumb stuff. That's what happens when you do dumb stuff. I didn't say how. I didn't say when. I didn't say who. I just said that, man, you made some waves at the end of the day. And the waves are going to definitely push back. So, yeah. I'm not going to be surprised when I see you in the courtroom. You're going to go alter and change. Yeah, Mr. Tough Man. Okay, I gotta go. Hey, it's got the original HD, whatchamacallit, audios are on there. They do